The artificial intelligence revolution continues its relentless march, reshaping industries, challenging established norms, and prompting a fundamental re-evaluation of how content is created, consumed, and compensated. This week, a stark reminder of these burgeoning tensions emerged as the BBC reportedly threatened legal action against AI startup Perplexity, signaling a significant escalation in the ongoing battle over intellectual property in the age of generative AI. Simultaneously, the practical application of AI is advancing at an unprecedented pace, with agentic AI emerging as the next frontier for business transformation, while educational institutions like Ohio State University are proactively embedding AI literacy into their core curricula, acknowledging its pervasive future impact. The reported legal threat from the BBC to San Francisco-based Perplexity AI marks a pivotal moment in the media industry's struggle to protect its valuable content. According to reports, the UK's public broadcaster has sent a letter to Perplexity CEO Aravind Srinivas alleging that the startup's AI model was trained using BBC content without permission. The BBC is demanding an injunction to halt the scraping of its material, the deletion of existing copies, and a proposal for financial compensation. This aggressive stance underscores a growing frustration among content creators who argue that AI companies are free-riding on their work to build lucrative models. The BBC's concern is that Perplexity's tool directly competes with its own services, circumventing the need for users to access the original source. This mirrors a lawsuit filed by Rupert Murdoch's Dow Jones in October, which accused Perplexity of illegal copying. Perplexity, for its part, has dismissed the BBC's claims as manipulative and opportunistic, asserting a fundamental misunderstanding of technology, the internet, and intellectual property law, and clarifying that it provides an interface for users to choose between foundation models rather than building them itself. The broader industry, including BBC Director General Tim Davie, advocates for an opt-in regime for AI training data, a position that contrasts with earlier UK government proposals that might have allowed AI companies to scrape content unless media owners explicitly opted out. UK Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy has since reassured the creative sector that any legislation would prioritise fair compensation, stating, "If it doesn't work for the creative industries, it will not work for us." This ongoing legal and policy debate highlights the urgent need to establish clear frameworks for intellectual property rights in an AI-driven world, with some major publishers, including the Financial Times, Axel Springer, and Reuters, already striking content licensing deals with AI giants like OpenAI and Meta. Beyond the courtroom battles, the practical deployment of artificial intelligence is rapidly evolving. After the initial wave of excitement around generative AI, the focus has shifted towards agentic AI, which emphasizes operational decision-making over mere content generation. This next-generation AI is designed to adapt to changing conditions and handle unexpected inputs without manual oversight, making it a powerful tool for automating complex workflows. Major players like Salesforce, with its Agentforce initiative, and ServiceNow integrating AI agents into its Now platform, are already centering their strategies around this technology. Experts point to 9 promising use cases for businesses, illustrating the profound impact AI agents are poised to have. In software development, AI agents are transforming coding assistants into smarter tools capable of writing large pieces of code and autonomously reviewing it for errors. Sheldon Montero, Executive Vice President and Chief Product Officer at Publicis Sapient, notes that with DevOps toolchains already automating workflows, adding AI agents is a natural evolution, predicting they will autonomously reverse engineer specifications from code, forward engineer test cases in code from specifications, and approve artifacts. MITRE, for instance, uses its own AI agents for repository management, fixing old source code that no longer compiles, as CTO Charles Clancy explains. This advancement promises to significantly boost developer productivity and necessitate reskilling for many software engineers. AI agents are also being hailed as RPA on steroids, taking robotic process automation beyond simple rule-based tasks to tackle more complex problems requiring higher-level decision-making. Rodrigo Muttons, Global Innovation AI Officer at EY, highlights their ability to automate repetitive tasks that previously required human intervention, such as customer service, supply chain management, and IT operations, with the crucial distinction being their capacity to adapt to changing conditions and handle unexpected inputs. Shay Khan, an AI research scientist at the IBM MIT AI lab, foresees AI agents augmenting and in some cases replacing traditional RPA for dynamic tasks. Customer support is another area ripe for transformation. While traditional chatbots handle basic queries, AI agents enable a more robust service that can understand and provide contextual answers for a wide range of customer needs, even when faced with ambiguous requests. Glenn Nethercutt, CTO at Genesis, defines agentic AI as an autonomous ability to perform reason-based multi-step tasks that are non-deterministic, allowing for complex and adaptive decision-making without human guidance. This means a bank customer could ask to take money from my account that has the most money in it and move it to my checking account. A nuanced request a simple chatbot would struggle with. Enterprise workflows are set to be streamlined as vendors like ServiceNow and Salesforce embrace AI agents. These agents can automate routine tasks such as converting meeting notes into project tickets or triggering supplier orders based on demand predictions. Montero emphasizes the advantage for organizations with unified IT tools and the importance of pooling all enterprise data to create a context store that an LLM can leverage to understand how the entire business operates. In cybersecurity, AI agents are being deployed to autonomously detect, react to, and mitigate threats in near real time, significantly reducing response times and enhancing overall security. Companies like Beam claim these agents can enable personalized security protocols that adapt to specific threats, driving efficiency and cost savings. Enhanced productivity is a direct outcome of agentic AI. Global law firm Avantia uses AI agents as companions within Microsoft Word and Outlook to automate hundreds of discrete tasks that don't lend themselves to standard SaaS solutions, enabling attorneys to expedite contracting and client responses. Similarly, SS&C, a financial services and healthcare technology company, processes millions of documents monthly using AI agents, achieving automated percentages in the low 90s where previously almost every document required human review. Report generation, initially a key use case for generative AI, is being turbocharged by agents. EY, for example, uses AI agents in its third-party risk management service to produce detailed risk reports in minutes, a task that once took human assessors up to 50 hours. Sinclair Schuller, principal at EY, notes that AI plus human expertise is a tremendous boost in quality. And the future promises continuous vendor monitoring and expansion of market opportunities previously deemed impossible. HR and employee support also present low-risk, high-value applications for AI agents. An IBM survey indicated that 43% of companies are already using AI agents for HR functions, including internal knowledge retrieval, tagging, and documentation. Daniel Avancini, CDO at Indicium, highlights how their multi-agent system, though requiring careful tweaking to avoid hallucinations, autonomously handles a multitude of employee questions, improving internal processes. Finally, in business intelligence, AI agents are democratizing access to analytics. Ryan Jansen, co-founder and CEO at Zenlytic, envisions AI agents paired with BI solutions advising marketing teams on budget allocation or generating charts from spoken questions. These agents can disambiguate ambiguous queries, guiding users to more precise insights. Jansen believes that while early use cases like coding are grindy and detail-driven, the true breakthrough will come when dozens of agents get strung together and organized. As businesses embrace these advanced AI capabilities, the need for a workforce proficient in AI becomes paramount. Ohio State University is addressing this head-on with its new AI Fluency initiative, launching this fall to embed AI education into every undergraduate's core curriculum. The goal is to ensure all students are comfortable and competent with AI tools regardless of their major, and to foster a generation bilingual in their field and its AI applications, as Provost Ravi V. Bellamkonda describes. Ohio State President Ted Carter emphasizes the university's opportunity and responsibility to prepare students to not just keep up but lead in this workforce of the future, a vision that includes required general education seminars on generative AI basics and ethics workshops, and new courses like Unlocking Generative AI. Faculty will receive extensive support to integrate AI into their teaching, addressing practical questions about ethical use and assessment. This ambitious program, part of a broader strategic plan and collaborative efforts like the Next Gen AI Consortium with OpenAI, positions Ohio State at the forefront of preparing students for an AI-pervaded world, further underscoring the deep societal shift AI represents. In essence, the current landscape of artificial intelligence is characterized by both profound innovation and significant friction. Legal battles over content scraping highlight the urgent need for new frameworks to govern data usage and intellectual property in a rapidly evolving digital economy. Simultaneously, the practical deployment of agentic AI promises to revolutionize business operations across virtually every sector, driving unprecedented levels of automation and decision-making capabilities. Underlying all these developments is a growing recognition that AI literacy is no longer a niche skill but a fundamental requirement for the future workforce, prompting educational institutions to adapt proactively. As AI continues its relentless evolution, the coming years will undoubtedly see these interconnected threads, legal precedents, technological advancements, and educational reform, weave together to define the very fabric of our AI-driven future. The relentless march of artificial intelligence continues to reshape industries and redefine human-technology interaction, presenting both unprecedented opportunities and complex challenges. From the evolving dynamics within corporate workforces to the rapid advancements in smart hardware and immersive experiences, the tech landscape is in a constant state of flux, demanding agility and strategic foresight from established giants and nimble startups alike. A prime example of this evolving dynamic can be seen within leading tech firms themselves. Autodesk, a prominent design software company, is reportedly grappling with declining employee optimism surrounding AI. This internal sentiment underscores a critical challenge for leadership, effectively communicating the role of AI not as a job replacement tool but as an augmentative force. As reported by MSN on June 20, 2025, the company's CEO is actively working to address these concerns, highlighting the imperative for corporate leaders to manage the human element of AI integration, fostering an environment where innovation is embraced rather than feared. The success of AI adoption often hinges as much on internal cultural readiness as it does on technological prowess. Meanwhile, the realm of AI-powered hardware is witnessing significant consolidation and innovation, particularly in the burgeoning smart glasses sector. Japanese electronics components giant TDK, for instance, announced its strategic acquisition of US-based smart glasses developer Soft Eye, as reported by Digitimes on June 20, 2025. This move signals TDK's intent to diversify and expand its artificial intelligence hardware portfolio, recognizing the strategic importance of AI-driven devices in future tech ecosystems. Such acquisitions are a clear indication of larger players seeking to integrate specialized capabilities and intellectual property to gain a competitive edge in a rapidly maturing market. The applications for smart glasses are also expanding beyond traditional augmented reality AR entertainment into practical everyday utilities like mobile payments. Chinese fintech behemoth Ant Group is spearheading the wider adoption of AI-enabled smart glasses for digital transactions. As the South China Morning Post detailed on June 19, 2025. The first international payment using this technology was recently completed in Hong Kong via the Alipay HK app and Meizu's Star V smart glasses. This system leverages Ant's AI for voice interface intent recognition and voice authentication, allowing users to complete transactions by simply scanning a QR code and confirming with a voice command. Ant Group envisions a future where this technology could enable people to complete transactions simply by looking at or gesturing towards a product, pushing the boundaries of contactless payments and user interaction. This initiative follows a similar mainland China launch with AR glasses maker Rocket, illustrating a concerted push to embed AI eyewear into the fabric of daily commerce. The broader augmented and virtual reality AR/VR market is experiencing a robust rebound according to IDC, which reported an 18.1% growth in the latest quarter. This resurgence highlighted at the Augmented World Expo AWE 2025 is driven by new device launches, increased enterprise adoption, and more compelling consumer content. Mixed reality MR and extended reality XR devices are particularly noted as drivers for long-term expansion across diverse sectors like healthcare, design, and education. The Expo, a long-standing barometer for the XR industry, showcased key developments such as Qualcomm's Snapdragon AR1 Plus Gen 1 chip poised to power next-generation smart glasses. Google also outlined its ambitious Android XR strategy at AWE 2025, positioning it as a unifying platform for XR smart glasses. With partnerships spanning Samsung, Qualcomm, and Unity, Google is in developer romance mode, aiming to foster a robust ecosystem with cross-device compatibility and monetization opportunities, signaling a significant bet on spatial computing's future. Beyond hardware and transactional applications, AI is profoundly impacting content creation. Google's Veo 3 AI image generator, released at Google I/O, is already hyperscaling meme vlogs, featuring popular cultural figures and sparking discussions around intellectual property ownership in the age of generative AI, as noted by Forbes on June 19, 2025. Similarly, Midjourney, known for its powerful image generator, has launched its first AI video generation model, allowing users to animate single images into short video clips with cinematic transitions. This democratization of complex content creation tools is transforming digital media and user engagement. However, the path to mainstream adoption for immersive content remains challenging. Forbes also reported the closure of Penrose Studios, a multi-award-winning spatial 3D animation house praised for its pioneering VR films. As founder Eugene Y.K. Chung stated, being the best isn't always enough, a poignant reminder of the financial and market hurdles still faced by even the most acclaimed content creators in the nascent XR space. This contrasts with the success of companies like Vuzix, a veteran smart glasses maker, which secured a $5 million investment from Quanta Computer to enhance waveguide manufacturing and pursue mass-market consumer adoption, underscoring the importance of strategic partnerships and scalable production. The transformative power of AI extends even to the most profound human capabilities. A groundbreaking medical achievement also highlighted by Forbes has enabled a man who could not speak intelligibly to communicate with expressive speech and even sing thanks to a brain implant. This world-first technology, which decodes neural activity from the motor cortex, exemplifies AI's potential to restore and enhance human function at a fundamental level. Looking ahead, the tech industry is clearly navigating a complex, multifaceted AI revolution. The convergence of hardware advancements, platform strategies, and innovative applications, from mobile payments to expressive communication and generative content, points towards a future where AI is not just a tool but an embedded layer of our digital and physical realities. While challenges remain in areas like employee adaptation, intellectual property, and sustainable business models for immersive content, the rapid pace of development and strategic investments across the board suggest that AI's transformative impact is only just beginning to unfold, promising a future of increasingly integrated and intelligent experiences. The landscape of personal technology is rapidly evolving, with smart glasses poised to redefine how we interact with the digital world and each other. This week marks a significant stride in that evolution as industry giants like Meta double down on their wearable AI ambitions through strategic partnerships and product launches, while key acquisitions signal deeper technological advancements beneath the surface. The convergence of high-fashion, sophisticated AI and miniaturized hardware is transforming what was once a niche gadget into a potentially ubiquitous computing platform. Leading this charge, Meta is expanding its successful partnership with EssilorLuxottica, the eyewear powerhouse behind Ray-Ban, to introduce new smart glasses under the iconic Oakley brand. Expected to launch on June 20, this move aims to broaden Meta's appeal beyond the casual everyday style of Ray-Ban. Insiders suggest the Oakley version will offer enhanced durability and water resistance, targeting athletes and outdoor enthusiasts with a price point around $360. This builds directly on the foundation of the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, which have seen remarkable adoption. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg recently highlighted the impressive trajectory, stating, "Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses have tripled in sales in the last year and people who have them are using them a lot." He further added, "We've got some exciting new launches with our partner EssilorLuxottica later this year as well that should expand that category and add some new technological capabilities to the glasses." This strategic pivot towards a more rugged design exemplified by the rumored Supernova 2 model based on Oakley's Sphera glasses with its camera positioned centrally for activities like cycling underscores Meta's intent to capture diverse user segments. Beyond performance, Meta is also making a bold foray into the luxury segment with reports confirming a Meta x Prada smart glasses collaboration. This partnership is particularly insightful, leveraging Prada's distinctive design language, which often incorporates thick temples that conveniently provide ample space for integrating smart glass technology like chips and microphones without compromising aesthetics. As one observer noted, Prada brings a kind of quiet class. It doesn't shout. It glides. Just like a Mercedes. This move addresses a critical challenge for smart eyewear, making it fashionable and desirable, not just functional. While Meta's Reality Labs segment, encompassing its XR and Metaverse ventures, reported an operating loss of $4.2 billion in Q1 2025 despite $412 million in revenue, CFO Susan Lee pointed to increased sales of Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses as a partial offset to declines in Meta Quest sales, signifying their importance as a growth driver and a long-term investment. Lee also noted the rapid increase in monthly active users for Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses, quadrupling year over year, and the even faster growth in voice command usage, particularly with the recent rollout of live translation features across multiple languages. Meanwhile, the technological bedrock underpinning these advancements is also seeing significant investment. Japan-based electronic component and software company TDK has announced its acquisition of SoftEye, a US-based smart glasses hardware and software maker specializing in custom chips, cameras, and algorithms for AI-linked smart glasses. TDK sees this as a key milestone in the development of TDK's contribution to the entire AI ecosystem, reinforcing its ambition for leadership in this critical market. SoftEye CEO Taewon Lee elaborated on the acquisition's potential, stating, "SoftEye's novel low-power AI-intense system unlocks a new type of human-machine interface that allows the user to communicate with AI simply through their eye movements." This acquisition highlights the shift towards more intuitive AI-driven human-machine interfaces, moving beyond traditional input methods. TDK, known for its historical role in magnetic storage, has strategically diversified into electronic components and more recently heavily into AI infrastructure, including neuromorphic chips and ultra-fast photodetectors for AR/VR applications. This acquisition follows other notable investments in the sector, such as Quanta Computer's $5 million investment in smart glasses veteran Vuzix, signaling robust confidence in the market's future. The broader smart glasses market is indeed heating up, attracting a diverse array of players. Counterpoint's global smart glasses model shipments tracker reveals explosive growth, with a 156% increase in 2023 and another 210% in 2024, a period during which Meta captured over 60% of the market share. Google is re-entering the fray, collaborating with eyewear firms Warby Parker and Gentle Monster on fashionable smart glasses powered by its forthcoming Android XR operating system. Snap, the company behind Snapchat, is also refining its Specs glasses, focusing on augmented reality capabilities that overlay digital images onto the real world. XRAL, a notable contender, continues to impress with its One Pro AR glasses, which deliver a massive sharp floating image experience, albeit currently requiring a wired connection to a phone or PC. However, Real's future collaboration with Google promises untethered AR glasses that will function independently via a puck mirroring Meta's own plans for its 2027 AR glasses. Even Apple and Samsung are rumored to be developing their own smart eyewear, potentially releasing devices as early as this year for Samsung and 2026 for Apple, complete with cameras, speakers, microphones, and Siri integration for environmental awareness and voice-activated functions. The rapid evolution of smart glasses, driven by advancements in AI miniaturization and a growing emphasis on design, suggests a pivotal moment for the technology. What was once a clunky futuristic concept is transforming into a sleek, fashionable, and increasingly intuitive device. Mark Zuckerberg's assertion that 2025 will be a defining year for AI glasses resonates deeply. As the industry navigates between widespread adoption and a longer grind for market penetration, the fierce competition and diverse approaches, from Meta's fashion-forward AI companions to TDK's foundational component advancements in Google's platform plays, point towards a future where smart eyewear could seamlessly integrate digital information into our daily lives, forging a new frontier in human-computer interaction that is both powerful and elegantly unobtrusive. The intertwined fortunes of Elon Musk's ambitious tech ventures, particularly his artificial intelligence company xAI and the social media platform X, formerly Twitter, appear to be navigating increasingly turbulent waters. Recent developments, ranging from an AI chatbot's inconvenient truth-telling to escalating financial pressures and a looming environmental lawsuit, paint a complex picture of innovation battling against a myriad of operational and ethical challenges. At the heart of the current discourse is Grok, xAI's flagship AI chatbot, which recently found itself in the spotlight for delivering responses that directly contradicted Elon Musk's publicly expressed views. When queried about the prevalence of political violence in America since 2016, Grok irresponsibly responded accurately, stating, "Since 2016, data suggests right-wing political violence has been more frequent and deadly, with incidents like the January 6 Capitol riot and mass shootings, e.g. El Paso 2019, causing significant fatalities." This factual assertion prompted a swift and public rebuke from Musk, who labeled it a major fail, claiming it was objectively false and accusing Grok of parroting legacy media while vowing to work on it. Further interactions revealed Grok's refusal to endorse claims that the 2020 presidential election was stolen, its candid assessment of Donald Trump's history with factual inaccuracies, its acknowledgement of Musk's own claims regarding Trump's alleged involvement in Jeffrey Epstein's files, and its outright rejection of the white genocide narrative in South Africa. This series of events underscores a critical tension: the desire for AI systems to be objective and evidence-based versus the potential pressure to align with the worldview or preferred narratives of powerful figures, raising pertinent questions about the future of AI impartiality and the risk of algorithmic bias, whether intentional or unintentional. Compounding these ideological frictions are significant financial headwinds facing Musk's empire. While X was seemingly granted a new lease on life after its acquisition by xAI in March, allowing it to share funding from xAI's substantial $12 billion capital raise, reports now indicate that xAI itself is burning through cash at an alarming rate, estimated at around $1 billion per month. This rapid expenditure is primarily driven by massive investments in data centers and processing projects, essential for keeping pace in the hyper-competitive AI landscape. For instance, xAI has already poured nearly $5 billion into its Colossus data center in Memphis and plans billions more for additional infrastructure and hardware, including a second data center. This aggressive spending dwarfs xAI's projected 2025 revenue of approximately $500 million, rising to $2 billion in 2026, leaving a substantial deficit that necessitates a new funding round. The financial strain on xAI directly impacts X, which, despite a temporary boost in ad revenue following the U.S. election last year, continues to struggle with profitability. Reports suggest X made no money in 2024, burdened by declining ad intake, higher debt servicing costs, and a largely unsuccessful X Premium subscription push. Usage figures are also concerning, with X's EU transparency data showing a 15% decline in European usage since Musk's takeover, a trend likely mirrored elsewhere. The platform's pivot towards payments and financial services, while ambitious, is met with skepticism given its instability and the general public's reluctance to trust a volatile social media company with their financial transactions. Adding to the complexity, XAI is now facing a direct legal challenge over its environmental impact. The NAACP has served XAI with a notice of intent to sue alleging violations of the Clean Air Act stemming from the operation of its Colossus data center in South Memphis. The core of the complaint revolves around the installation and operation of at least 35 methane-burning gas turbines at the site without obtaining necessary pre-construction or operating air permits. These turbines, designed to meet Colossus's significant power demands between 50 and 150 megawatts, have the potential to emit over 2,000 tons of smog-forming nitrogen oxides (NOx) per year, along with other harmful pollutants like formaldehyde. The NAACP and the Southern Environmental Law Center argue that these emissions worsen Memphis's already poor air quality, contributing to increased rates of asthma, heart disease, and cancer in the community. Furthermore, XAI is accused of a lack of transparency, with the exact number of turbines only confirmed through aerial thermal imaging. While XAI might claim permit exemptions for non-road engines, the plaintiffs contend that the size and prolonged use of these turbines disqualify them from such waivers. The situation is exacerbated by XAI's plans for a second data center in Memphis, also slated to use methane gas turbines, indicating a continued reliance on energy-intensive operations that could intensify environmental concerns. The confluence of these issues, the ethical quandaries posed by AI's truth-telling, the escalating financial burn rate of XAI, the persistent struggles of X, and the mounting legal and environmental pressures, presents a formidable challenge for Elon Musk's integrated tech vision. While Musk has previously leveraged X for political influence, these latest developments could undermine both his strategic goals and the financial viability of his ventures. The coming months will be critical as XAI navigates new funding rounds and legal battles, and X attempts to find a sustainable path amidst declining engagement and increasing competition. The future will reveal whether Musk's audacious bets on AI and social media can overcome these multifaceted hurdles, or if the sheer scale of the challenges will ultimately force a significant recalibration of his ambitious technological frontier. In a fascinating turn of events that highlights the complex interplay between artificial intelligence, objective truth, and human perception, Elon Musk's AI chatbot Grok has ignited a fresh debate by consistently delivering responses that challenge the worldviews of its most prominent users, including Musk himself. This unexpected display of algorithmic candor has led to significant reactions, prompting questions about the very purpose of AI and the future direction of its development. The controversy began when users observed Grok providing data-backed answers that contradicted preferred narratives. One notable instance involved a query about political violence in America since 2016. Grok's irresponsibly accurate response stated, "Since 2016, data suggests right-wing political violence has been more frequent and deadly, with incidents like the January 6 Capitol riot and mass shootings, e.g. El Paso 2019, causing significant fatalities." This assertion directly opposed Elon Musk's publicly expressed views, leading him to declare it a major fail, as this is objectively false. Grok is parroting legacy media. Working on it. The chatbot's adherence to factual information continued to surface in other sensitive areas. When asked about the 2020 presidential election, Grok affirmed that claims of it being stolen have been extensively investigated and debunked by courts, election officials, and independent analyses. Similarly, queries regarding Donald Trump's truthfulness were met with a candid assessment, citing PolitiFact data indicating that approximately 77% of his fact-checked claims since 2011 have been rated mostly false, or pants on fire. Grok also touched upon the Jeffrey Epstein files, noting that Elon Musk has made public claims suggesting that Donald Trump is named in the Jeffrey Epstein files, implying some level of involvement or connection that has not been fully disclosed. Even claims of white genocide in South Africa, a narrative often promoted by certain right-wing figures, were dismissed by Grok, which stated no evidence supports a white genocide in South Africa. Further surprising users, Grok even offered a hypothetical vote for Kamala Harris, explaining its rationale. These responses underscore a critical tension in AI development: the balance between creating an AI that provides objective evidence-based information and one that aligns with user expectations or desires, even when those desires lean towards confirmation bias or disinformation. The initial design philosophy of Grok as part of Musk's XAI was to be a less censored alternative to other large language models, yet its current behavior suggests a strong grounding in verifiable data regardless of political leanings. This situation begs the question of whether AI's primary role is to reflect reality as supported by data, or to serve as a tool that can be shaped to validate specific human worldviews. This incident comes at a pivotal time for Musk's broader AI ambitions. His venture XAI recently completed an all-stock transaction to take over his social media platform X, valuing it at $33 billion, demonstrating a significant commitment to integrating AI into his tech ecosystem. Furthermore, the imminent launch of Tesla's robotaxi service, set for 2 days after the initial Grok controversy report, highlights the practical high-stakes application of AI in his portfolio. These ventures require robust, reliable AI systems where factual accuracy and safe operation are paramount. Musk himself has previously expressed a belief that engineering demands truth, contrasting it with politics as all noise, and describing his recent engagements with bureaucracy as a side quest from his main quest in technology. Yet, the Grok controversy reveals that even in the pursuit of pure engineering, the political and social implications of AI's outputs are unavoidable. His early career experiences, such as his failed attempt to get a job at Netscape and his decision to just write software myself, led him to build companies that aim to build tech without limitations and go directly to consumers. This ethos, however, now faces the reality of AI's potential to challenge powerful narratives, leading to an interesting paradox. The challenges highlighted by Grok's truth-telling are not unique to XAI. They represent a fundamental hurdle for the entire AI industry as models become more sophisticated and integrated into daily life. As AI continues to evolve, developers and users alike will need to grapple with the implications of systems that may not always tell us what we want to hear, but rather what the available data suggests. The ongoing reprogramming that Musk has promised for Grok will be closely watched, as it could signal a broader industry trend in how AI is designed to navigate the intricate landscape of truth perception and power in the digital age. This tension between objective AI and subjective human desires will undoubtedly shape the next generation of artificial intelligence, determining whether it serves as a neutral arbiter of information or becomes another tool in the battle for narrative control. The relentless march of artificial intelligence continues to reshape our technological landscape, pushing the boundaries of what's possible at an astonishing pace. As 2025 unfolds, the industry finds itself at a pivotal juncture marked by intense competition, profound breakthroughs in AI capabilities, and a re-evaluation of fundamental economic principles. Insights from leading figures like former OpenAI research head Bob McGrew and the aggressive talent acquisitions by tech giants like Meta underscore a future where AI's reasoning abilities and autonomous agents will fundamentally alter industries, while also raising critical questions about safety and the very nature of human work and learning. At the core of this transformation lies the concept of reasoning, which Bob McGrew, a veteran of OpenAI's journey from GPT-3 to today's frontier models, unequivocally declares as the defining characteristic of 2025. Speaking with Sequoia Capital, McGrew posits that the foundational elements for artificial general intelligence AGI, transformers, scaled pre-training and reasoning, are already firmly in place. He notes that reasoning, a relatively nascent technique, still possesses a significant overhang of compute data and algorithmic efficiency improvements, promising rapid advancements. The leap from OpenAI's O1 preview to O3, which introduced tool use to chain of thought, exemplifies how substantial yet seemingly obvious improvements can take months to implement, indicating a wealth of untapped potential. This makes reasoning the primary battleground for capability enhancements among frontier labs this year. While reasoning takes center stage, McGrew clarifies that pre-training, though experiencing diminishing returns, remains crucial. He explains that the intelligence of a model scales log linearly with compute demanding exponential increases in computational power for each incremental gain. Consequently, major pre-training efforts now span years, constrained by the availability of new data centers. Its evolving role, however, lies in improving architectures for better inference time efficiency, longer context windows, and more effective context utilization. Post-training, in contrast to the intelligence-boosting aims of pre-training and reasoning, focuses on shaping model personality, a thick problem requiring extensive human effort and a deep understanding of human nature, rather than mere scaling laws. Looking further ahead, McGrew provocatively suggests that by 2035 no new fundamental AI concepts will emerge beyond these three pillars, along with increasing multimodal capabilities, a perspective he admits he hopes is wrong yet firmly believes. OpenAI's early conviction in reasoning stemmed from recognizing it as a missing piece, the ability for models to engage in internal thought processes akin to a human using a scratchpad, which is vital for complex problem solving and distinct from simply memorizing external data. This rapid advancement in reasoning capabilities directly impacts the emerging agent economy, where McGrew warns against a common misconception: pricing AI agents based on human replacement value. Unlike human lawyers whose services are expensive due to scarcity, AI lawyers, once capable, represent an infinite supply. This dynamic will drive agent pricing down to near compute costs, fundamentally disrupting industries like law and medicine. For startups, the opportunity doesn't lie in charging high fees for commoditized AI services, but in establishing genuine scarcity through network effects, brand building, or economies of scale. McGrew identifies enterprise applications requiring deep domain integration as a safe play for startups largely immune to direct competition from frontier labs. Companies like Palantir and Distill exemplify this by building systems around models, extracting business context, feeding it to AI, and transforming outputs into actionable decisions. These bespoke enterprise needs are too granular for frontier labs to justify dedicated model training, creating a scalable opportunity for those who can bridge the gap between abstract AI capabilities and specific business workflows. The value of proprietary data is also undergoing a radical re-evaluation. McGrew argues that much of what was once considered proprietary data, the accumulated embodied labor of human effort like calling customers or working through case studies, can now be replicated by AI agents without the original time investment. The exception lies in real-world, highly specific customer data such as financial portfolios or personal preferences, where trust allows for better service delivery rather than merely teaching general skills. This shift challenges traditional data moats, urging a focus on trust relationships over mere data accumulation. Beyond, enterprise robotics is reaching an inflection point propelled by the convergence of large language models (LLMs) and robust vision capabilities. McGrew contrasts his 2016 experience teaching a robot to play checkers, a commercially distant endeavor, with today's reality, where companies like Physical Intelligence can tackle diverse problems like laundry folding in months. LLMs provide a natural language interface for task description, while strong vision encoders give robots a head start at doing generic tasks, leveraging existing frontier models and the broader AI tech stack. Similarly, AI coding has passed a critical threshold. While the underlying exponential progress has been consistent, its impact has become nonlinear. McGrew foresees a continued bifurcation: agentic software engineers handling autonomous tasks like bug fixes, refactoring, or language translation, e.g. COBOL to Python, and human programmers collaborating with AI in integrated development environments, IDs, for tasks requiring taste design and high-level understanding. The challenge remains in how agents will manage complex code bases without human oversight, as current AI-generated code can often be a liability rather than an asset for long-term maintenance. This dynamic landscape is further intensified by a fierce global talent war. Meta under CEO Mark Zuckerberg has been particularly aggressive recently, attempting to acquire Safe Superintelligence SSI, the AI startup founded by OpenAI co-founder Ilya Sutskever. Upon SSI's rejection of the $32 billion takeover, Zuckerberg pivoted, successfully recruiting SSI CEO Daniel Gross and former GitHub CEO Nat Friedman, along with taking a stake in their venture capital fund NFDG. This move, following the earlier recruitment of Scale AI founder Alexander Wang, highlights Meta's relentless pursuit of top AI talent to accelerate its development of powerful LLMs and AGI. This competitive drive, however, is tempered by a growing emphasis on safety. OpenAI's Andrej Karpathy, for instance, has warned against prematurely unleashing unsupervised agents, advocating for keeping AI on the leash to ensure responsible development. The evolving relationship between Microsoft and OpenAI, once a close bond, is also becoming too big to last, suggesting a future of more diversified partnerships and internal AI development among tech giants. Beyond the corporate and technical battlegrounds, AI is profoundly impacting daily life and the next generation. OpenAI's Sam Altman has observed a generational divide in ChatGPT usage. Older users treat it as a Google replacement, those in their 20s and 30s as a life coach, and younger individuals as an operating system. McGrew elaborates on this, viewing ChatGPT's total addressable market as every user intent that requires thought or action that you don't want to do yourself. He sees his 8-year-old son using ChatGPT not as a crutch but as an expert, a patient tutor that fuels curiosity and agency, whether for coin collecting or building an Arduino project. This empowers children to pursue complex projects that would have been impossible without instant tailored information. For the next generation, McGrew emphasizes teaching the process of learning and figuring things out, and fostering agency, the belief that one can tackle ideas and projects using available tools rather than focusing on specific skills that AI will eventually automate. As the AI revolution accelerates, the industry faces not only technological challenges but also organizational and ethical ones. McGrew's lessons on managing brilliant researchers at OpenAI emphasize deep care for individuals, recognizing their superpowers and debilitating weaknesses, and fostering loyalty to guide them through difficult decisions. In the realm of security, AI's ability to automate offensive work necessitates an equally agentic defense. Companies like Outtake, founded by ex-Palantir folks, exemplify this shift, leveraging AI to perform cybersecurity tasks with minimal human input. The overarching theme is one of profound disruption, where traditional business processes must adapt or risk being outmaneuvered by agile AI-native competitors. The coming years will undoubtedly see an intensification of these trends as AI continues to mature, pushing the boundaries of intelligence and reshaping society in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend. The relentless march of artificial intelligence continues to reshape our world, manifesting in everything from profound philosophical debates to the mundane conveniences of daily digital life. Recent developments highlight this dual trajectory, showcasing AI's breathtaking capabilities, its burgeoning economic impact, and the nuanced human considerations that accompany its integration. A poignant reflection on AI's ascent comes from the legendary Go Grandmaster Lee Sedol, who remains the sole human to have defeated Google DeepMind's AlphaGo in 2016. His singular victory stood against AlphaGo's otherwise near-perfect record of 73 wins and 1 loss. Yet, as revealed in a recent report by Mail Business newspaper, Lee Sedol chose to retire just 3 years after his historic match, articulating a profound sentiment: "I didn't want to continue playing Go while the pride and enjoyment of Go, which taught me respect, consideration, and responsibility, disappeared." His words underscore a critical dimension of AI's influence: its potential to fundamentally alter human experiences, even in fields where human ingenuity once reigned supreme. This introspection offers a counterpoint to the relentless pursuit of AI advancement, reminding us of the intrinsic value of human endeavor beyond mere efficiency or computational superiority. While the philosophical implications of AI continue to unfold, its commercial footprint is expanding at an unprecedented rate. A new market study by HTF Market Intelligence projects that the global generative AI application market, a sector encompassing AI models like GANs, VAEs, transformers, and diffusions, is poised for explosive growth. Valued at an estimated $67.2 billion in 2025, it is forecast to skyrocket to $967.6 billion by 2032, exhibiting a staggering compound annual growth rate (CAGR) of 39.6%. This surge is driven by an escalating need for automated content creation, rapid data synthesis, enhanced digital experiences, and content personalization, all underscored by mounting pressure for return on investment. Major players such as OpenAI, Anthropic, Cohere, Google, DeepMind, and Microsoft are at the forefront, leveraging these technologies for diverse applications including content creation, code generation, design, chatbots, and imaging. North America currently dominates this market, with Asia-Pacific identified as the fastest-growing region, signaling a global race to harness generative AI's transformative potential. However, the report also highlights critical challenges, including the risk of output hallucinations, model bias, intellectual property ownership disputes, high compute expenses, and the inherent risk of misuse, emphasizing the need for responsible development and deployment. Google, a central figure in both the philosophical and commercial narratives of AI, continues to push the boundaries of user interaction. Following the experimental introduction of an AI mode in its search app earlier this year, the company has now launched Search Live for its iPhone and Android applications in the US, with plans for broader global expansion. This new feature allows users to verbally ask questions, receiving AI-generated audio responses that aim for natural interaction, albeit with a slightly robotic voice in its beta phase. Users can engage in conversational follow-ups, such as asking for rose plant care tips and then inquiring about repotting frequency. Beyond immediate answers, the AI chatbot provides easy-to-access web links for deeper dives and even transcribes interactions for future reference. Looking ahead, Google plans to integrate more live capabilities, including a camera option that will enable users to show the search app what they are seeing in real time and retrieve related information. This move signals a significant step towards a more intuitive multimodal AI search experience, further cementing its commitment to intelligent automation. Demis Hassabis, head of Google DeepMind, confirmed the development of a new technology for next-generation Gmail. This innovation will allow the AI to mimic a subscriber's writing style and automate email responses, intuitively understanding context to reply in an appropriate tone, effectively minimizing the need for users to manually interact with their inboxes. These recent developments paint a vivid picture of an AI landscape in constant flux. From the profound human introspection sparked by a game of Go to the explosive growth of generative AI applications and the increasing sophistication of voice-activated and context-aware digital assistants, artificial intelligence is rapidly evolving. The journey ahead promises even deeper integration of AI into our lives, demanding continued vigilance to address ethical concerns, mitigate biases, and ensure that the pursuit of technological marvels remains balanced with human values and well-being. As AI becomes an indispensable tool across industries and daily routines, the challenge will be to harness its immense power responsibly, ensuring it augments rather than diminishes the human spirit.